What do I eat for dinner? Typically food that I get from my... I've gotten so much fucking food from my parents, dude. So, like, it's just varied. My mom came over and we made some potatoes with some vegetables and some chicken on the air fryer. Those are really good. It's just, we just got, like, she just bought some, like, chicken breasts, seasoned that shit. Left, like, for overnight and stuff. She brought it over. We put it in the fucking air fryer. Stuck it in there for like 15 minutes and chicken. It's good chicken. Tasted good. Real good. And that was about it. I also had to like not eat as much because I got like sick. Oh, I have like an all-in-one like cooker thing basically. I wanted to get like I wanted to like learn how to do more cooking of different stuff. Now, I never have an opportunity to do it because the problem is, like, I have, like, so much fucking, like, food from my Because, I'm East European grandparents. You know how they fucking are, dude, when it comes to giving people food. They give you shit tons of fucking food all the time. So, guess what? I always have fuckloads of fucking food. Yeah, I like basically like if I wanted to like head over to the market or some shit, because there's like a pretty well known sort of like meat market that has like fresh meat and stuff, right by where I live, and if I want to just like go grab something, season it real quick, put some like fucking I don't know like a rub or some shit on it with the various spices that I can just like scrounge up, find like a sauce or something like a barbecue sauce or some shit, uh, season it with some spices and shit. I just make like a quick little fucking like rub with that shit. Rub the fucking meat in that stuff. Stick in the fucking goddamn cooker. Easy clap. Easiest shit of life, dude. And that's like, cause the thing that I have, it's an all in one thing. I can like air fry with it. I can fucking barbecue with it. I can fucking do whatever the fuck with it. It doesn't matter. Slow cooker, fucking rice cooker, fucking steaming, stir fry, doesn't fucking matter. It's got it, literally all of it, right? It's like a 7-in-1 whole fucking shebang. Oh, because I wanted to get a crock pot, right? But, like, and this is like something that's really insidious. This is like I don't know if I've talked about this concept before, but I'll talk about it again. But planned obsolescence is so fucking crazy, right? Like, why did Crockpot go out of fucking business? Because their products were too good. Like, think about that for like literally 3 fucking seconds, dude. Just think about how fucking insane that is. You make a product that is so good, the company is forced to go out of business. Now, time to do the whole meme about like, so this says quite a bit about society, Joker moment or whatever. And I kind of like agree with this sentiment. It does say a lot about society that you can make such a good product like crock pots or whatever the fuck. I think it's called crock pot, right? Is it called crock pot? I don't fucking remember. You probably know what I'm talking about, Zane. It's crazy that you can make a product that's so fucking good that it makes your fucking company go out of fucking business because like you never had to buy another one. Once you fucking bought one, that was that. You're set. You're Gucci. You don't have to fucking think about it, right? And this is like a trend that I noticed like really early on in like high school and stuff. And this is when I started sort of having like some issues with like broader sort of capitalism. Um Planned obsolescence is such a fucking bitch, dude. And I noticed this through Windows laptops. Cause I wondered to myself, cause this is like a pattern of behavior. Cause I was just like thinking, like, I keep having like laptops break on me. And I'm not doing anything in particular to like treat them poorly, right? Like, I use them when they're full battery, like no problem whatsoever. off the fucking charger. I put them into charge when it needs the battery, so it preserves, because that preserves the battery in of itself. Although maybe at this point that's like a fucking myth or some shit. I make sure that I keep the thing clean. I blow it with like my little fucking like air blower thingy every now and again. Make sure it's clean. There's no dust to get into anywhere. Not that it's like really easy for dust to get in there, but I still have all these like computers that I've had like when I was younger. It's still like dying on me. It's crazy. And I thought to myself, I'm like, this has to be on purpose. Like, why is this the thing? And then I like read some stuff on like planned obsolescence, and I'm just like, oh my god, this has to be the reason, right? Because again, if you have a good laptop, if you have a good computer, right, that shit can last you for years. It can last you for a decade. It can last you for way longer. For example, like this fucking machine that I got here, it's gonna last me for at least like 5-10 years. But we exist in a sort of like hyper commodified like reality where if a corporation's not always and constantly selling to you, they're gonna go out of business. And that's why they have like sort of like plan to sort of fail contingencies now within their products. And I noticed this like immediately, and that was why, and that's like the thing with like fucking crockpot, right? Like crockpot was a product that was so good, people weren't constantly buying crockpots, and as a result, the company that was making a really good product went out of business. And when I heard of this, I'm like, wait, what? That's actually fucking crazy to me, dude, that's the case. Because it's like, it's no, like, we live in such a like ridiculously hyper commodified reality that like making good stuff is bad now. Like, you shouldn't make good products. Your products have to be as shitty as possible to make, so then you're forced to keep having to constantly spend money in order to buy them. And I think that's like fucking crazy, right? Like, cuz like think about it, dude. Like like air travel in particular, does there need to be a profit motive with like air travel? Personally, I don't really think so, right? I think that should be something that's like a luxury good. Or like, if you need to like have a sort of like you sort of need like a way to provide air travel, I think it should be made to be very expensive, because you should only go on a vacation if like you're like in a good place in order to be able to go on a vacation, not all just like kind of willy-nilly. Or you can like take your card to like go to certain places in like the US, for example. Like, because I think like airlines that are like for profit and need to have like, I suppose like be able to make money as like really bad. Not to mention to like this, to think about like the sort of like climate change implications of this. That's like a whole different story, right? But like the idea that like everything under the sun just has to be so ridiculously commodified in like the way that it is it's causing it such that corporations and companies have to make lower quality products in order to be able to stay competitive in a market. And I think that's fucking crazy, right? Like the idea of like planned obsolescence to me is just like, when I first heard about it, it's like, oh, this is insane. Like literally companies build waste with thought in mind in order to make more profit. And that's like, I guess sort of where like the anti-capitalist intonation sort of like began with me, because I don't really like waste. I mean, I talk about it in like Factorio where it's just like, it's fine, it's whatever. But this is a game, right? I used to play like a ton of fucking like StarCraft and other like in Warcraft and stuff like that, where every single resource that you spend on units has a purpose. You need to be, because there is only so many resources that you can mine within a map. So you have to be very wary and always like on top of your game in terms of your decision makings, in terms of your resource management, in terms of like doing what needs to be done in order to win the game. And I always saw this as like like the sort of like planned obsolescence stuff within like capitalism was like, oh god, like this sort of like goes against like my instincts, broadly speaking, as like a strategy game player, because it's like I can't like why would I need those, right? I need these resources in order to build this unit, in order to do this thing, in order to build this thing, in order to make this move over here, right? In order to be able to win, and then eventually triumph as a result. Like this broadly makes sense. Like I think that's like the sort of idea that like no, not waste management, but like waste as like a sort of planned feature within products. I've always found that to sort of be abhorrent. Like I never really liked that. Like even nowadays, like for example, like when I was helping my mom today with building furniture and stuff, she was also trying to put him in a new TV. Right? She wanted help. She wanted me to help her with the TV, and I also helped her build the bed for my grandparents. She was saying that like, oh, this is like your dad's old PC that he built like over 10 years ago, and it's a solid PC, it does the job. And she's like, yeah, we were just like thinking about throwing this out. I'm just like, oh, I'll just take it, why not? Like it's like, oh yeah, I'll let him know and see if you could just take it instead. It's like I could use that for like, I don't know, like server work, or like sort of as like a dual PC setup for like streaming or whatever. There's a ton of stuff you could do with it, right? And I always just found it like really not like just wretched, but like just so bad that like we just live in such a like wasteful sort of society. And like the fact that corporations as like sort of play into just how sort of hyper consumerist and for the like not like just hyper, not only just like hyper consumerist, but like the hyper commodified, hyper consumerist society that we currently like find ourselves in. And they build products with the fact that they need to be wasted as soon as possible in mind, so then you are forced to buy another one. I think that's just fucking abhorrent, to be honest. I think that's fucking ridiculous. But like that's just like kind of the society that I suppose that we live in now. I guess byproducts of fucking hyper commodified capitalism. Capitalist realism's rearing its sort of like ugly head here again. Mark Fisher, thank you, Mark. Very cool. But yeah, like that's. I guess it's like kind of like my whole like rant here on like a planned obsolescence. I really do not like the idea of like the existence that like companies and like corporations now build their products with the sort of idea that they need to be like as shitty as possible, but like good enough in that short of a time frame to make you want to keep buying more of it. Like, I think that's just fucking abhorrent, because it's like, oh, we gotta make sure you keep buying stuff. Yeah, like, like you're saying, like glass iPhones and shit like that. Like, an iPhone should last you for eternity, right? Like 10, 20 fucking years a good phone should last you for. Maybe not 20 years, like, because eventually like the battery's just gonna like bloat and die, right? Like let's say like 10 years, right? Like a good 10 years. But like Apple, because they keep releasing new phones all the time, and this is like this is a big reason, yeah, why I don't like it, or making it non-repairable. Yeah, like with certain updates, they'll put in like kill switches basically in your older iPhones and just make them completely useless. Not able to get like updates, just like kill them off basically. And I'm just to be like, oh well, looks like you need to go buy your new iPhone. I'm just like, dude, that's fucking crazy to me, right? Like, yeah, right to repair is yeah, exactly. I agree with that there, Zane. Like, but like, yeah, these like sort of like super anti-consumerist policies and like practices that these corporations always do, like that's always shit that's like really really pissed me off. Like I never really liked any of this, like the planned obsolescence stuff, like, and the ability to not be able to like fix your own stuff, or like go to like a repair shop to fix something because of like well, you can't fix this here because it's all like proprietary bullshit or something. I was like, well, you know what, like I bought this product. I should have the ability to repair it, or had talk with someone to repair it. Yeah, like the voiding of warranty because you decided to destroy the repairable, or like the proprietary device that you bought from like Apple or whatever the fuck, like Windows or some shit. But like we live in such a commodified reality that like these things are just not allowed. It's crazy to me. Yeah, you decide you open up your PC, you change the thermal paste, your fucking laptop is like dead now or some shit, right? Because of you avoided the warranty and you activated like a fucking kill switch because you open up the back of the fucking screws. Or like, it used to be like Apple would have like specific screws that they made in their own manufacturing process, or like Thunderbolt cables as well, right? Like the EU decided to crack down heavy on that. Hey, you motherfuckers are wondering why you got USB-C back on your fucking iPhones. Thank the European Union. That fucking regulation freaked Apple out and put them back in. So yeah, Nintendo with its like recent stuff right now with them trying to kill the modding scene for like Switch 2. Like they have a kill switch apparently in Switch 2's. Like if you try to like hack it, homebrew it or anything, like the Switch 2 just dies. And yeah, I find these like business practices to be extremely annoying, and like I've like noticed these are like things that existed sort of like throughout like high school with like Apple and stuff, and I never really liked Apple as like a result. That's why I had like liked Windows more as like a result in high school. It was because like you have the ability to go in and repair your laptop if need be, and stuff like that. Like eventually it dies, but like it dies after like 5-10 years or something, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't really own the devices you pay for anymore. Yeah, exactly. And like there's only like one factor pretty much to blame for this, and that's like a significant lack of like regulations, right? The broader sort of capture of the state by corporations, right? Being able to go through with these like unfair business practices. They can just do this because they can. There's nothing that can stop them, right? Like, and regulators are pretty much asleep at the wheel. So yeah, I suppose this is like my like little spiel here about like how much I just really do not like planned obsolescence and like the loss of like right to repair and shit like that. It's just like a bunch of old dinosaurs. They don't fucking know what they're doing or how to like prepare or fix any of this shit because like well, they've never fucking encountered a situation like this before. It's just I find it to be like just kind of abhorrent. I'm not gonna lie.